Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Umulihayr. I hope you all have been staying safe. If you are new on this channel, feel free to check my other videos so you can understand what this channel is all about. Thank you for stopping by. In my last story time, I'm going to put the link up somewhere. I told you guys how my parents got to know that I have the sickle cell condition. In today's story time, I'm going to be telling you guys the things my parents did to make sure that I live a healthy life and also fit in among my peers. But before we go into details, let me sip my water. After receiving the shocking news, my parents accepted their new reality and took the bull by its horn by educating themselves on all necessary information they need to take good care of my health so as to avoid present and future complications. They made sure that our home is conducive enough for me to live in, and not just me, everybody else. We all know that in Nigeria there is epidemic malaria and mosquitoes everywhere. Mosquito being the primary carrier of malaria parasites, my parents make sure that they fix mosquito nets everywhere necessary so as to avoid or minimize my chances of getting malaria. Because malaria is one of the things that triggers crisis when you have sickle cell. I started school like everybody else, but my parents make sure, especially my mom, that I take my medications regularly. She dressed me up appropriately for the weather. And they also make it a point of duty to inform my teachers and school authorities about my health condition. So in case there's any kind of emergency, they can know what to do and they'll be able to call my parents ASAP. My parents were very overprotective of me, and that can be very tiring. But despite all that, I still fall sick and have crises often while I was young. And because my parents now know how to take care of my health, they know how to take care of me whenever I'm in crisis, so I don't have to go to the hospital all the time. We have a family friend who is a practicing nurse. She comes over to render medical service whenever necessary. She's a great support system to my parents, and we love her so much. When you have sickle cell condition, for some people, it slows down their education, but that was not the case for me. When I finished my primary school education, my mom's elder sister, who was working at a federal secondary school then, advised my parents to enroll me in the school because the quality of education at the school then was very nice, and she wanted me to benefit from it. More so at that time, boarding school was a thing. Every parent wants their child to go to a boarding school. Did my parents agree? No, they did not, because they can't afford to let me out of their sight. So they look for a school that is close to where we live, and that was where I attended. And as my mom usual ways, she went to the school and looked for my class teacher and explained to her about my health condition. If she had her ways, she would have go to all my subject teachers also to tell them, oh, this is the type of person my daughter is. My secondary school days is a little bit different from my primary school, because now I'm a little bit older and I can understand what is going on around me. my parents make it a duty to enlighten me on the reasons why they don't want me to do certain things, and to let me know the reason why certain things or some things happens to me, so that way I can understand myself and understand my condition, my health condition better. My health would often get in the way, but to the glory of God did not really hinder my progress. I do get sick, miss school, then whenever I recover and I go back to school, I catch up from where I left it. So I remember this particular scenario because my school is a mixed school, both day and boarding. So whenever it's time for senior final exams, there is usually this program that my school used to organize for senior students. Then it's called extension classes. So the extension classes is meant for us to revise and be able to cover our syllabus. Normally, because this extension classes is done during the vacation, so because the school principal does not want people seeing students with their school uniform during vacation, so she used to make it compulsory for all students to be a boarder. But there are exceptions. If you are living very close to the school, you can come from home. You don't have to be a boarder. But did I tell my parents that? No. I told my parents that it is compulsory for every student to be a boarder, just because I want to feel among, like I want to be a boarder too, you know. So my parents were reluctant at first when I told them, but they had no choice, you know. Sometimes you just have to let your child do whatever they want to do. So my parents accepted, paid for the extension classes, and my dad dropped me at school that day. So the extension classes were supposed to last for 4 weeks. And can you please guess how many weeks your own girl used? Yeah, I used just 1 week. 1 week. And why was that? Everything was going on nicely. The first day, second day, third day, you know, we were all in the border mood. I was happy, like, okay, I finally left my parents. I leave the house. I'm in school. I'm a boarder too, you know, that kind of feeling. So this particular day, we all had to wake up, you know, normal stuff. We wake up very early, I think like 5:30 a.m. Everybody has to wake up because we have to go for morning prep. And I decided to feel among. And I bathed around 5:30 a.m. in the morning with a cold water. And the result was a very, very bad body pain. And I had to, you know, I was still like pretending, trying to manage the pain. I went for morning prep, but at some stage I couldn't tolerate the pain again, so I just had to leave. So that was the end of my extension. I left the morning prep and went home. My mom was very pissed because she felt like, you know better, you should not have your bath with cold water. But then she still had to take care of me because I was in serious pain. And the next time I set my foot in the school compound was on my first paper. And my mom had to take me there with Okada, motorbike, because I still have the leg pain and I can't walk properly. My schoolmates teased me a lot. And that was because I wear cardigan all the time. because my mom wants me to always dress warm. So it got to a point that I really got used to the cardigan, and even if it's sunny, it's raining, I'm always on my cardigan. So I bagged the nickname Cardigan. So that was how my secondary school experience played out. Like, it was one time I'm fine, and some other days I'm down with crises, and so on. But I give God the glory, because despite all that, despite all the setback, despite all hospital visits and sickness, I still catch up with my peers. I did well in my education despite all off and on, and I make sure to engage in extracurricular activities, because you just have to do something. Yeah, you can't just be the type of student that just go to school and go back home all the time. So I engage in extracurricular activities against my mom's instruction, because left for her, she won't even let me go to school. That is how overprotective she was. She won't let me do anything. She just wants me to be there. Like, she wants me to be there so I don't fall sick, so I don't have any crisis. She just wants me to be healthy. But, you know, it's not that possible. I can't just be in one place. It's not done. But my dad, so far, it makes me happy, and I'm being careful. He lets me do whatever I want to do. And I'm glad I made them happy, and I made them proud. Looking back at those silly mistakes that I made that end up in crisis, it makes me appreciate the love, care, and being overprotective that my mom was. It made me understand the reason why she was like that, because she cannot bear to see her child in pain. I finished my secondary school 2008, and I made my results in one sitting. I got admitted into the university the following year, and the first time leaving my home to go and pursue my dream was an emotional experience for both me and my mom. Like, that was the first time I'll be leaving home to be on my own, and it was not just somewhere close by, like miles away from my home. So it was very emotional. And after the unpacking and my parents had to leave, I was just wailing like I lost someone dear to my heart. I can laugh now, but then it was not funny. I was just crying, like, crying is an understatement. I was wailing like I lost someone dear to my heart, and that sparked some emotions in my mom too, and she dropped some tears. So, but then they had to leave. I can't be with them forever, no. I started my journey as a young adult, navigating life on my own. My 4 years, or 4.5 years in the university was not rosy. It was a roller coaster experience, on and off my health. The days that I miss school because I'm sick, the days that I have to leave class because of body pain or unexpected crisis, days that I had to be admitted in the school clinic, days that my mom or dad had to leave work to come and pick a grown-ass woman from school. Days that I have tests to write but I can't because I'm probably at home recovering from crisis or from any kind of sickness. Days that my dad had to drop me in school because I had to come back to school very early and he wouldn't want me to go through the rush hour of taking bus or something. So he had to drop me in school and my colleagues would be like, okay, at this age, your dad is still dropping you at school. I can go on and on, but let's leave it at that today. And did I mention I have a pharmacy in my room? Because my parents made sure that I have everything that I need. They make sure that I don't lack anything. So all of my medications, from as little as paracetamol, you know, syringe, injection, cortisone, spirit. Whenever I have crisis and I'm going to the school clinic, I'm going with my little pharmacy. And the nurses there will be like, why are you bringing all this? We have this here. I'm just like, okay, I just want to be on the safe side. I don't want to get there and you people will be telling me, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that, you have to go and buy. So my parents already provide those things for me, so I just have to bring them down to the school clinic whenever I'm in crisis. I'm grateful for my parents because they showed me love, care, they shielded me, correct me when necessary, you know, direct me to the right way. They make sure that I don't feel like a mistake. They make sure that I don't dwell in my condition. Like I don't feel like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why does it have to be me? And another thing my parents make sure they did is to bridge the gap between me and my siblings. Yeah, they take good care of me, but not at the expense of my siblings. They make sure to treat everybody equally and to give everybody the attention needed. I have 3 siblings and I'm sure they can testify to that. And here I am today, living a healthy life and making a family of my own. And that is possible because of the kind of love, care that my parents showers on me. I am in this position today because my parents accepted their reality. And instead of pointing accusing fingers at each other, they decided to support, love, and care for each other. Because that's the only way. It is when you can't pour from an empty cup. It is when you have something in your cup that you can pour from. So because they showed love to each other, they are supporting each other. So it was easy for them to take care of me and to support me in all steps of my life. If you are a parent and you find yourself in this position, instead of pointing accusing fingers, please just accept your reality and support your partner. That way, you'll be able to give your child the quality life he or she deserves. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your comments in the comment section, and let me know in the comment section if there's any video you guys want to see from me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.